This is Seawolves. Storm? Or not.
Happy Monday, Seawolves. I'm your anchor, Isha Butt. I'm a little congested this morning, but I'm relieved that I have no COVID. I am also relieved that when I came to school today, it was warm compared to this weekend, which was the coldest day of my life. On campus, it hit exactly 0 degrees. You heard that right, 0. Now that's really cold. The only thing I'll remember from this weekend, other than the cold, is that the U.S. military shot down a spy balloon. And although some of my SOMAS friends launched weather balloons, I have never seen something like this before. As a reminder, this is a collaboration between the students at the School of Communication and Journalism and the students at the School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences. Terrible news occurred in the Middle East this morning. A 7.8 magnitude earthquake rocked Turkey and Syria pre-dawn. Look at this remarkable footage of an apartment house tumbling to the ground. First responders are busy rescuing victims, reaching to the thousands. This comes as Syria is in an ongoing civil war. Closer to home, there were reports of a 3.8 magnitude earthquake in Buffalo region. This is the strongest tremor to hit New York since 2002. Hopefully, the earth is still beneath the feet of our meteorologist, John Tafe. John?
Thanks, Isha. Today's weather will be SB-beautiful with a high of 49 and a low of 25. There will be a cold north wind at 11 miles per hour. I personally don't agree with Puxatony Phil's forecast. There is no way we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter when today it feels like spring. So if you want to go on a bike ride, make sure to wear your helmet, but bring a hat for later on. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sean. It sure looks nice out there, but this Monday marks the 6th day of February, and I have just one simple question. Where is the snow? How is it February and there is no snow? To find out, let's turn to junior SOMA student Sam Leikowitz. Sam?
Thanks, Isha. When we think of winter, we usually think of that white, fluffy coating of snow that covers the ground this time of year. However, it seems that snow is a no-show on Long Island and New York City this winter. Up until last week, it's only been flurries and the hope that those flakes would stick around. But on February 1st, New York City and Long Island broke its longest streak of snow at 328 snowless days, the longest streak in 50 years. New York City totaled a barely measurable accumulation of 0.4 inches and Port Jeff closer to home at 0.5 inches. Why is it already February and there's not even an inch of snow on the ground yet? There's 2 main reasons. One, that temperatures are rising faster in the city area with warming more noticeable in the winter months. And 2, that we are in our 3rd year of La Nina. The La Nina is a global wind pattern bringing warmer than average temps to the lower and mid-east coast. However, upstate New York is faring a bit better with snowfall totals than us. The Adirondacks have accumulated more than 14 inches this year, and snow lovers can also head over to Vermont where the snow has totaled more than a foot already. Perfect for all those who enjoy winter sports and activities. So Isha, if you're missing the snow, just think back. I remember a year ago today, a blizzard blanketed Long Island with more than 20 inches of snow. Now, when can we expect a blizzard this year? Unfortunately, us as SOMAs don't see one in the foreseeable future. But to hear more about this week's forecast, stay tuned for that later in the program. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Sam. I think I get it now. I guess we'll blame it on La Nina because we have to blame something. At this rate, we might get snow during commencement. Something that is going on all throughout February at Stony Brook is the observation of Black History Month. Here's more with Christine Kelly on the story.
God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way.
Stony Brook is kicking off Black History Month with flair. Dozens of academics and students gathered last Wednesday in the Student Activity Center to listen to the month's keynote speaker. It was one of Stony Brook's own, Stephanie Brumsey. She graduated from SOCJ in 2009. Brumsey is currently a producer at MSNBC, where she's covered 2 national elections and the January 6th debacle. The New York-born reporter, however, wasn't visiting to regale her audience with stories of her career, although she did share some war stories from the newsroom.
I can attest to embracing, to stepping into power, even when I didn't think I had any.
Rather, Brumsey stayed relevant and thematic, pointing to Tyree Nichols' brutal murder in Memphis, as well as Florida's recent crackdown on a proposed AP course in Black history.
We also speak to not continuing the trauma so that you can learn from it. You don't need to hear Tyree calling out for his mother every 45 minutes on the news. You know what you need to hear? I was so fast for justice to begin to be served here.
After the prayerful musical ceremony, Brumsey took some time to speak to me and some other students.
Unless you are plagiarizing, there is no such thing as failure in journalism.
Wow, Christine, that Stony Brook Gospel Choir was really fantastic. I'll be sure to keep my eye out for other Black History Month events on campus. Last Thursday saw the predictions of Puxatawny Phil, a legend meteorologist detailing whether or not we should have 6 more weeks of winter. Student meteorologist Skylar Day Harmon has more.
Thanks, Isha. I want a heavy emphasis on alleged meteorologist Phil, because as far as I know, he hasn't taken Calc 4 or thermodynamics. But his predictions included 6 more weeks of winter. Did you know Phil isn't the only weather predicting creature? Just outside of Stony Brook, Holtzville Hal has agreed with this prediction of 6 more weeks of winter. But there is controversy among the northeastern weather predicting animals. Cluxatawny Henrietta, a chicken of Westchester County, predicted an early spring. This was backed up by Chuck, groundhog of Staten Island. Anyways, on to the weather. We already talked about today, a high of 49 with a low of 25, a partly sunny day. Tuesday, we have a high of 42 degrees with a low of 38, cloudy with a really low chance of rain in the evening and overnight, clearing by Wednesday morning. Wednesday, we have a high of 47 with a low of 34, sunshine all day. Thursday, a high of 52, a low of 45 with showers in the afternoon and evening, but clearing Friday morning with a high of 53 and a low of 36, and sunshine all day. There is that chance of showers again overnight into Saturday, where we have a low chance of rain throughout the day, a high of 44 with a low of 23 degrees. Sunday should be nice and sunny with a high of 40 and a low of 27. Back to you at the desk, Isha.
Thanks, Skylar. I really hope Mother Nature pulls herself together, because I really do not want to see snowfall in the summer. Also, I hope for the speedy recovery of the victims of both the earthquakes that occurred this morning. It has been a great first broadcast. Tune into next week, where we might just talk about some snowfall instead of earthquakes. I'm Isha Butt. Have a good week, Seawolves.
This is Seawolves Storm